Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Ascendant. Welcome to Reigning Tarot. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, for it does make the channel grow. If you're returning, thanks for coming back and helping the channel grow, and I appreciate all the support. I pre-shuffled the cards there, Virgo, so everything's laid out. We'll do a quick prayer, and then we'll get right into things, okay? God, Goddesses, Universe, help me to be of service to Virgo. Help me share with them thoughts and ideas that will make them feel happy, healed, and the best versions of themselves. And so it is. Okay, Virgo, I drew one from the Energy Oracle for an overall energy, one from Divine Messages, one from your Guardian Angels. At the beginning of the reading, or during the reading, if you have a question that you need answered, think about it, and I'll answer it at the end of the reading for you as well. And for the tarot, we're using animal spirit guides and the Secretary of the Heart. And let's get right into it then, Virgo. Okay, so for an overall energy, Virgo, you received community. You can see that all right. I'll just throw it up there. And that is the number 7 card. So this is about connecting with kindred spirits. This card shows 3 women celebrating, sharing ideas, and supportive energy. The lights in this picture represent your present spiritual community as well. So when you get this card upright indicates that an association of some kind. Okay, Virgo. It may be casual connection of like-minded people joining a club or community of some sort, or even a business partner consisting of 3 or more entities. The time is right to make such new connections and to share intentions, whether they're personal or professional, Virgo. So, like networking and community are important parts of the human experience, and the security and sense of connection can be beneficial to all involved. It's true nature that when several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power in the energetic realm. Okay. So, receiving this card puts you on notice that the universe is sending you some type of beneficial alliances your way. So, like the happy family card, this could also indicate a party or a celebration of some kind as well. Okay. Um, so, for an affirmation there, Virgo, I open my life to the wonderful people around me. I am making strong and beneficial connections in both my personal and professional life. And so it is. Okay. Sorry, I just need a drink here quick. Beautiful day out. Okay, so next, Energy Oracle, one from Divine Messages I got for you as well. So I'll just throw this over here for now. And for Divine Messages, you receive the number 23 card. And this card is all about intimacy, Virgo. Okay, you can see that all right. Okay, so the rose is a universal symbol of human love. This card has appeared because this is an important energy for you right now, Virgo. There are 2 energy spirals moving into the center of the rose, and which represents 2 people energetically coming together. So if you're not in a relationship, um, a new relationship is on the horizon. If you're in a relationship, then this card is asking you to focus your energy there. Rekindle the romance and the passion and embrace the energy of the lover. Open to the intimacy and allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner. And sometimes it's hard to be vulnerable because when you're vulnerable, you can get hurt, right? But you have to weigh. Is that would you rather miss out on that, or would you rather experience a love that you've never, you know, never knew possible, right? Too many people we keep ourselves blocked off from things because we've been hurt in the past, and when you're obviously there for a reason, and either to learn a lesson or to experience something new. And sometimes we have to open ourselves to that, get rid of that fear and open ourselves up to that so that we can experience that, right? So, and that's the meaning of life. Like everyone's out there, everyone has a soulmate, everyone has someone out there that they're supposed to be with, and we're here to find love, right? No one wants to grow old alone. Okay, so anyways, so I'll put these here on the side, and so I also drew one from your archangel, your guardian angels. Okay, and you received, yeah, these are beautiful cards. Angel of past lives. Okay, I hope you're not getting too much of a glare there. Here, let's see if I can. That should be all right there, right? So, the angel of past lives is memories of previous lives that make you who you are today, there, Virgo. Okay, so when you receive this card, it's because your angel of past lives wants you to understand your current earthly experiences are and missions in life. You have lived many lives and chosen to reincarnate to the earth at this time to expand your knowledge. So, do you feel like you've been in here before or have dreams about past life experiences? Like, for example, Virgo, have you been received too early Egyptian times or mystical times of Asia? Have you visited a location and had moments of deja vu? Or have you met someone new and felt like you had known that person your entire life? Um, if you answered that yes to any of that, Virgo, it's an indication that you have been here before and you're actually an old spirit in a time of remembering and a reawakening, or you know. So your angel will help you to fill the missing pieces of your previous lives and understand your current life, right? Um, so when we come back, where it's about lessons that we haven't learned in our past lives and that we need to learn, right, to make that transformation finally. Um, so you'll be connected to other old souls. By connecting to like-minded people, you'll be able to discover the meaning of life. Some of these people may have been part of your previous incarnation who choose to incarnate now in order to for you to reconnect, and they may come from in the form of a partner, a child, a parent, a relative, a friend, or foe. The reason for reconnecting may be to give you closure or karmic debt, or to allow you to complete unfinished issues from the past, right? Um, so a lot of people, talking about when I talk about if you met someone in the past, it's right. Those questions about deja vu, and stuff like that. It's because you're an old soul. You've had past lives, and you know um, you haven't what your mission in life or what the divine has for you hasn't been completed, or the lessons you have learned. So you come back to try to fulfill, so you can make that transformation, right, for the better of the whole universe, right? Because we're all connected. Um, okay, so um, so the reason for reconnecting may be to give you some closure on karmic debt, or allow you to completely complete unfinished issues from the past, right? The reconnection will also help you understand why you are the person you are today. So some people incarnate into this life with unexplained fears and phobias can only be understood when their past lives come to light. Um, the reason the reason you choose this time in history to incarnate will come to light when you accept and trust your angel of past lives, and he will help and protect you every step of the way. Know in your heart that you're in safe hands. So, for an affirmation, Virgo, I have lived many lives and I have known many masters. The wisdom I gained in the past is within me. Okay, and to me, that's basically saying, it's about balancing, right? Virgos, we get too much in our head, and a yeah, like we got a supercomputer for a brain, and we get stuck in our head, and getting stuck in your head, that's good in many ways, but in bad ways, not in good ways, is when you start your mind goes in overdrive, and the situation that is you're going through, it gets turned into like a goddamn whirlwind, and you're thinking this, you're thinking that, and then shit gets right up, goes right south, right? So I think it's about balancing, and being when Virgos, you're just you got to analyze everything. So if you're centered and you balance yourself, then you see more clearly, right? So I know it's hard, but take that deep breath, smell the roses, take that extra 30 seconds or however long it takes you, and step back and look at things. Um, don't react on the situation, and then you'll see things in a different way. But don't let it be from your head, right? You know what I'm saying, right? You either feel it from your heart and make it come from a good place, not conspiracy theories in your head. So if that makes any sense, yeah. Okay, so for the tarot, for your first position is your first position is your current situation. Sorry, there, having a little brain fart. And you received the honeybee. Okay, and that is let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. So, to reap all the sweetness that life has to offer, focus on compassion and forgiveness, Virgo. Compassion means that you have a heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others, yet remain somewhat detached so you don't take on the sorrow and distress of your own. Forgiveness requires that you first acknowledge and accept responsibility for your judgments rather than pretending they don't exist or professing to always sustain a non judgmental attitude. The next step is to release those judgments. So, to do so, Virgo, think of someone past or present from whom judgment or criticism, and trust that first person that comes to mind is the appropriate one to start with. Consider two or three specific criticisms that you have about this individual, preferably captured with one word, such as selfish or cold, and then find a quiet place, go inside yourself, and look for the part of you that's exactly like what you're judging in that other person, right? That they say is you choose your mirror. Usually, when you have your critic about someone else, it's usually something that you need to deal with on the inside, right? It may be very prominent part of yourself and rather a small aspect. You may identify it by recalling times when you behaved in ways that resemble what you're criticizing. So once you discover that part of you, simply say to it, I love you and forgive you. If necessary, repeat this two or three times and notice any emotions that come up. In the coming days, be aware of any feelings that arise that may be associated with that experience and practice this at least once daily for the next few days, and you'll be amazed what shows up, right? And like Virgo, journaling or just some people don't like to do it, and myself, I don't really enjoy it because I really don't like looking at myself too much. But it's making that effort and looking at the bullshit and doing a personal inventory. That's what life's kind of that you're kind of homework along your, your life path is to me is it's all about breaking down your crap and doing a personal inventory and just trying to be the best person you can be. So for the honeybee card, for a clarifier, sorry, I'm using the Secretary of the Heart, and you received the Take the Lead. Okay, and that is the number 3 card. So um, this is about grounding, being grounded, creativity, strong energies for success start around you, Virgo, and new opportunities are opening up. So tap into this energy to fire up your relationships and bring you all that you desire regarding matters of the heart. Call down the divine flame to ignite your passion and show you the way to achieve your deepest wishes. So don't wait for the other person to make a move, Virgo. This is the initiative to be bold. Now is the time for the status quo. Now isn't the time for the status quo, right? So use this beautiful fiery energy to explore new possibilities. How can you spice up a current relationship? How about learning a new skill with your friend or taking the family on a special vacation? If you're looking for a new relationship, think creatively and try new ways of meeting someone. Step out of your comfort zone and be a little daring, right? You have to fight those fears, right? If you have a hard time public speaking or you have a hard time meeting people, well, you know what? If you don't take the chance to, and face that fear and go and talk to someone, then how the hell are you ever going to meet anyone, right? Right? So we got to work through those things, right? Okay. So I'll put these, I'll just throw them here for now. Okay. So for your second position would be your desires there, Virgo, and you receive the Walrus card, and it says remain vigilant about current situations. Pay attention to signs and omens, and let them dictate your choices. Okay, so I might as well just put that there now. So you can see that, all right. So signs and omens show up in a myriad of ways there, Virgo. From the wind's rustle of the trees make it seem as if they're whispering to you at a barely audible level, to the rainbow that appears just before an event in which you're participating. So, Virgo, when you're pondering any kind of question about your life purpose, relationships, career, or even concerns, such as whether to actually take the vacation that you've been planning, you can ask spirit to give you clear and specific signs. So then you just watch and listen and feel and allow the thoughts to flow. While you may not always get an absolutely clear response, more often than not, you'll pick up signs or clues that through your eyes or your ears or sensations in your body or thoughts that seem to come out of the blue. You may even have vivid or remarkably lucid dreams that you can easily recall in the morning. Um, so look for unusual repetitions, like for example, if you hear someone at the supermarket talking about the phoenix, like a spot on a billboard advertisements with the word phoenix promptly is displayed. Um, and then recall a period of time when you lived in that city, feeling a calmness and joy. When you bring up that memory, these are all clues, right? It's your cognitive, your visual, your auditory senses, or it could be a subtle way that the spirit guide Phoenix is calling you, offering to help you when you're ending one cycle and completing and beginning the next one, right? As in the metaphor of the phoenix rises from the ashes. Okay, so Virgo omens can also they're also perceived in four ways. The four ways mentioned. If you don't get clear signs right away, keep your questions or concerns in your consciousness for the next few days. Journal about anything you find significant and look for repetition. When you see an animal or a symbol of that animal showing up repeatedly, it's most likely an indication, Virgo, that your spirit guide is present. So trust the signs and your discernment of them, and as they're the one significant way that spirit guides you along your path, right? You know, if you're seeing synchronicities like numbers or whatever it is, right? And until you like start you acknowledge that that concept, you're gonna be amazed at the synchronicities you do find, like what time you waking up every day at, or every time you look at when you go to look at the clock during the day, how many times is it that this certain time or blah blah blah, right? And that's how it seems to work out. Okay, so where the heck are we here? Oh yeah, so for a clarifier for that card there, Virgo, you see for the Walrus card is the number 5, and that's the is it just my throat's getting dry? Is the throat chakra. Here, just have a quick drink here. Okay, so with the throat chakra, for sound, it's the sound. The element is light. The color is indigo. Okay, for the third eye chakra. What am I talking about? The throat chakra. I said the throat chakra. The color is blue, and the element is sound, and the gland is the thyroid. Sorry about that. So basically, Virgo, it's saying located in the throat area, the chakra is associated with communication, sound, creativity, and the ability of um, like your inner hearing. Okay, so many artists, speakers, writers, singers, and others in the creative arts have active throat chakras. So to activate this chakra, use your voice in some way, like singing, a chant, a hum, a laugh, make some noise. The meditations. Whatever you need to do. So energizing this chakra helps you speak your truth in a clear and kind manner, improving your relationships and increasing your sense of well-being, right? Um, so I think they kind of go in hand in hand, I mean, and for me, that's about balancing out. And if your spirit isn't flowing through, you're not grounded, and those chakras aren't open, then you need to concentrate on that. And when that grounding happens, you'll see how things just flow, and you recognize things differently. You're hearing things differently. It's just You're at one with Mother Earth, right? Essentially, with the divine. Okay, so I'll throw those over here. And for okay, so your third position, Virgo, is your helpful messages, and you received the Kiwi card. No, not the fruit. So that's do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Okay, I'll put that right there. You guys can see that, all right? Okay, so most of the time, walking away that people get from point A to point B, often in a rush and without regard for what's going on around them, right? Everyone's running around with life, and that old saying, "Stop and smell the roses." Meditation is typically viewed as something people do while sitting cross-legged or for several minutes. However, that's only one form of meditation, right? It's what works for you. Like, I mean, do you think I could sit down and cross my legs and do that? There's no goddamn way. Like, I'm not flexible. So, I find something where I can sit comfortably. I'd be sitting there the whole time complaining, like, and I probably never get me out of that position if I got into it. So, walking with awareness and intention and attention is another, right? Find a place, preferably in nature, such as the forest or the woods, where you can simply walk for 10 minutes or more each day for the next week. Experiment by walking more slowly than you usually do, or try moving at 80% of the usual speed. You can also try speeding up your pace, but stay present and be aware of how it feels to move so rapidly. Then slow way down for a few steps to where you can really feel each step you take. Notice how the contact with the ground starts at your heel and slowly moves up to your toes. It's possible, try it barefoot. Right? Be aware of the sights, the sounds, and the smells as you walk, as well as the rhythmic feeling in your body. Whatever pace you set, be sure to breathe consciously and consistently with full awareness. Do so while walking is what makes it a meditation, right? And it's being grounded, right? So this is connected to ancient wisdom, inspiration, earthiness, right? Um, Nocturnal. Okay, so it comes down to balancing and being one with Mother Earth, and stopping smelling the roses. Where we get so caught up in our heads and so caught up with life that we forget to fucking just sit down, chill out, and just be grateful for what's around us, right? Stop, close your eyes. Just if you shit's getting too wild, just you stop in the, it don't matter where you are, as long as you ain't in the middle of the road, and just close your eyes and take a deep breath, right? It's just, I gotta do it all the time. I'm just like fucking, my head's gonna explode, and I just, fuck, okay, right? It's like, yeah, I got this. Anyway, so let's for a clarifier there, Virgo, just yapping again. We is your for the helpful messages for the Kiwi card is challenging times. Okay. So this is about, the ego, competition, conflict. Human ego can be helpful when it provides us with a sense of self-value and purpose, Virgo. However, the ego can also lead to problems when it seeks to build itself up at the expense of others. Quarrelsome energies may be in the air at this time, so you may find yourself either instigating disagreements or being pulled into them by others. So step back and examine all the real issues behind the conflict. It's tough, but you got to count to 10, you got to 20, take that extra 30 seconds. So you may find that it is more about being right than it is about what is right, okay? And I know we all like to be right all the time, but unfortunately, I know, Virgo, where sometimes you're wrong, and right? We don't like to admit it, but sometimes we are. So you may also find a relationship to be more challenging than usual, sensing an underlying power struggle, even though surface energies appear to be calm. So use your intuition and intellect to ascertain ascertain what's happening, right? While complete competition can be stimulating, it's disruptive to a relationship, right? You can avoid this by thinking before you speak or act, and by coming from a place of honesty and love, right? Speak from your heart, not your head or your emotions. And yeah, like being competitive in a relationship. You're not there to outdo your partner. You're there to grow together and learn from your partner, right? And have the trust of your partner that your best friend, you know, you're the person that knows all your secrets and all your demons and your good side and your bad side, right? And shit gets tough, shit gets hard, but it's there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And I know at times shit gets so bad that you think that, oh yeah, this is it, it's never gonna work out. Well, too many people do that and they walk away from a relationship and then they regret it down the road, right? When that could have blossomed into something beautiful. So, you know what I mean? People, they go through life with so many battles, but when it comes to their heart, people just, they fucking give up, or they don't think it's worth enough, or they just go walk to the next best thing, right? Why don't you man up or be the woman that you are and stick it out and right, and see what happens. That's what life's about. Like you see the divorce rate nowadays, it's like insane, right? And like back in the day with my grandparents, like you committed to something, you stayed with that person, and you'd be amazed. Like go to someone that's been married for 50 years and ask them how they've stayed married, and you'll be like the wisdom that's going to come from that person or those people are amazing, and it'll change the way you think, and it'll change your heart in many ways. Some advice. Everyone's got an opinion or whatever, but whether you take it or you don't, it's up to you. Okay, so Virgo, challenges is your fourth position, and you receive the dog. I get called that sometimes, or I used to way back in the day, but I'm not no more. My loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. Right? Virgos, we love to help everyone. Right? Okay, so whom do you serve, Virgo? Is the question at hand here. When you compromise your personal integrity through misguided attempts to state others out of fear of their disapproval or to avoid upsetting them, you deny your own inner authority and give away your power. You become their servant and they your masters, right? So you allow this by assuming that another person or organization has greater knowledge, power, or spiritual wisdom than you, and put yourself in uh, uh, a less than position. While others may process some of these attributes to a greater degree than you do, you can honor them as teachers, not masters. Children may rightly look to their parents for this sort of guidance. However, as they mature, it's appropriate that the leash to their parents' authority stretches and it's even eventually severed, right? The human error is to continue to project this parental authority onto other people and institutions, and then either subjugate the subject subject subjugate their will or act in opposition to that perceived authority. So over a number of years, you may find yourself attached to the leashes of many masters, leading you to feel fragmented and to some degree powerless, right? So instead, take off all those collars and let spirit be your one true master. Then you will experience true freedom, right? And it's about not giving up your energy, right? And so many times, like we're like programmed to that life has to be this way, things have to be this way, this has to be that way, that has to be that way. So why? Because they fucking said so, right? No, it's not true, right? It's what you know in your heart what's right or wrong. You're when you're being pulled in a direction and it doesn't feel right, it's probably because it doesn't feel right for because it's not good for you, right? So, you know, if you're acting out of your heart, it's your heart's never gonna lie to you, right? Your intuition is always there, right? So, just because society and people want you to do this or to do that, it doesn't mean it's meant for you or it's good for you, right? So why would you do it, right? If I had to walk back, like if someone told you you need to walk backwards your whole life, right? And because everyone else is doing it, are you gonna do it? No, because it hurts like hell. You get tired, man, right? So I don't know. I think it's kind of. I know it's not the easiest thing to do at times, but be you got to be happy, right? And you got to be if you're not happy inside, doesn't matter what everything looks like on the outside. It doesn't mean shit, right? To me, anyways. Okay, so for a clarifier, the trust card. Oh, there's a big one. Okay, um, so rejoice, Virgo. The universe is looking out for you. Now is the time to trust the path you're on is, in fact, the right one. So believe that whether you desire concerning affairs of the heart can be manifested in the proper time and for your highest good. That everything happens in divine time. Trusting the universe takes courage, but it also removes the burden of doing it all on your own, right? Giving thy will over to do whatever you want to call it, God, the divine, the higher power. 'Cause you can't take on everything, right? You know, and just sometimes you get to a point where it just says, okay, you know what, take it, have it, and you know, at that point where you say, you know what, fuck, I just don't care you know, you care what happens, but you don't take on that burden, that energy, right? And sometimes when you release that to the universe, you'll be amazed how fastly that you know, with your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they're there to help you, to guide you. So when you feel alone in a situation, you can diminish your energy and desire to take actions that will improve the situation. Okay. Um, this card reminds you that you're not alone. It is also a reminder that that positive energy is available to you to manifest what you truly desire. In addition to trust, this card is of action and opportunity. Once you know that the universe has our back, are free to take all important leap of faith and pursue our dreams concerning affairs of the heart. Put aside fear, disillusionment, frustration, and hopelessness, Virgo, and open your heart to what you desire. Do it now with the carefree innocence you had as a child and expect to receive what you need. Take the steps to find love or to improve or strengthen a relationship. Take some risks and maintain an attitude of positive expectancy. Whether it's a relationship with another person or a relationship with yourself, now is the time to take action, Virgo. Even a good relationship can be improved. So what steps can you take to achieve what you desire, right? So for an affirmation, I open myself to giving and receiving love. That is for my highest good, and so it is. Okay. So for your final position is the outcome of the situation there, Virgo. Okay. And you received the spider card, and it says, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten you. And enlighten, sorry. So the pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, Virgo, triggering a non-unfamiliar and compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing, maybe. Whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experience or the imaginings of your fertile mind. Each day, um, sit yourself down and pour out the words that come to you. Don't ponder each sentence or paragraph, just write whatever wants to be written through you. To inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profoundly complex tale. Start by describing a personal experience, one where you used to gain some insight that may also be useful to others. However, don't focus on how people will respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without being judged, without someone judging your work or yourself. And write to express, not to impress. Okay? Want to express, not to impress. Okay, in attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted, either with others' needs or from time to time an attention or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are the product of judgment and shame that you were subjected to during childhood. A powerful way to release these habitual and self-limiting thoughts and feelings is to write about them in story form. So as you do so, don't hold back anything, right? Through such a catharsis, you'll heal those words that had originally wounded you. Okay, you know, and it's one way if you know, if you can't tell someone, you know, you got some shit that you know, everyone's got some real dark demons, right? You know, shit that was going, they would say shit, you know, I'm taking that one to the grave. Well, you know, those are the times where, you know, when you hide those feelings and those emotions or whatever, your higher self knows that, right? You're hindering yourself from growing because of those blockages. So, you know, if you can't tell anyone, that's a really good way, right? Write it down in a journal, and it's hard. You'll probably sit there and freaking weep your eyes out, cry your eyes out. Who cares? But do little bits like that, and you know, lock that book away so no one can see it, right? And then, or after you're done, burn it. and you'll be amazed at the healing you'll get from that. But that's just an opinion of mine, and sometimes things that have worked for me, and that's all I can really say, right? Okay, so for a clarifier, you got the balance card. Okay, so balance is important in all aspects of your life, Virgo, but it's especially important in relationships, both with others and yourself. So this card suggests that you examine your relationships to see if they're truly in balance. A healthy relationship should include time to be together as well as time being apart, right? So take some time in peaceful solitude to renew your acquaintance with yourself. Acknowledge what you bring to the relationship and what your partner brings to the relationship. Ensure that you both play an equal role and that no one person dominates. Compromise is required in order for a relationship to be harmonious. So Virgo, be willing to give and receive. Find that middle ground. It'll help you to ensure that your needs and your partner's needs are met, right? Compromise also includes accepting that people are individuals with different personalities and ways of looking at the world, right? Everyone is not always going to have the same thoughts and ideas or values or way of thinking as you do. So embrace the differences, rejoice in the similarities. If you find yourself at odds, be willing to work through those issues honestly and with love, confident that your differences can be resolved. This is an excellent time to help heal disarray relationships by bringing them into a better place. And this isn't just personal relationship. I mean, intimate relationships. It's personal relationships. So if you're seeking a romantic relationship, balancing aspects of your own life will open the way to a new love and a healthier love, right? Also, making sure that your relationships with family and friends are in balance will set the tone for the new romance that is on its way to you, Virgo. Okay? So, for an affirmation, I embrace our differences and bring balance and healing to my relationship. And so it is. Okay, so that's that for your reading, Virgo. And like I said at the beginning of the reading, if you had a question, that I would answer it for you at the end of the reading. And we're using the angel answers, and you received the remain positive card. All right, remain positive, Virgo. Light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so with this card, the angels are asking you to keep an optimistic attitude. There is a very positive momentum beginning to build toward the creation of your desires, Virgo. You're speeding your dreams along by maintaining a cheerful and confident demeanor. It may seem as though your plans are taking a long time to manifest, but very soon you will see a change. So don't allow yourself to lose hope when your dreams are coming so close to coming true there, Virgo. Right? Think positively, hang around with positive people, good things happen, and just be the best dude or lady you can be, and be kind, right? And there we go. So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and like I said, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. It truly does help the channel grow. And I hope to see you all back again, and have a great week. Namaste.